Scott, man, what's going on?
What's going on, brother?
We've been waiting for this moment.
Yes.
We've been waiting for this moment.
We talked about this over the summer. We talked about a few of these things, and look, here we are, not even a year later.
Here we go, man. That's what they're doing. So, listen, this is Scotty Nimmons. He's a coach for NBPA, coach for Full Core Athletics. Congrats on that, by the way.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. You're a Division II coach, right?
Right now, I'm just coaching my own program.
Well, like former Division II coach. Former Division II coach. Yeah, man. Hey, man, I'm excited to have you on here. Definitely share the journey.
Appreciate you having me out here to share my own issue and stuff like that, my own journey on Mind Over Matter as an athlete.
Mind Over Matter? Yeah, man. It's a great athlete. Next podcast coming on, Mind Over Matter. Stay tuned, right? So, yeah, man, let's get started. So, my first question is, what do you do for a living?
What I do for a living? I work for the Department of Education as an Arabic professional. Mm-hmm. Also work in a community center called the Boys Club of New York. A little fun fact on that gym. I do like a Saturday night SNL basketball program in that gym is where they did Above the Rim. So
I know you're talking about, my god sister and godmother used to live right there.
Yeah, Tom Shepard, not Tom Shepard, but Kyle Watson, Dwayne Martin was shooting practice the jump shot. And see where Tom Shepard was watching it when he made it. Yeah, it was in that gym.
Yeah, I remember that scene. Yeah. What's up, man? So, my second question for you is, how was your journey coaching?
It's been good. So it has its good points, it has its bad points. The good point is, I'm gonna start with the bad first, actually. Bad point is the difficulty of it is trying to reach out to the young athletes. When I mean reach out, try to see if you can get through them, because as student athletes and me being an athlete, me being a varsity athlete for John F. Kennedy High School in the Bronx, even a student athlete at Hostos Community College, even Lehman College, especially being in the inner cities, it's very, very, very difficult because they go through trials and tribulations. So basketball is an escape for them, right? But as coaches being there, trying to mentor them, trying to guide them and pull them in to understanding what their future is and their potential is, it's hard. And that's the difficulty of it, is trying to get them. And unfortunately, that part you can't get through everywhere. You want to try to live through, but you can live with knowing that you put your best.
You tried your best, yeah, man.
Especially with the youth.
Mm-hmm. Perseverance is key. Yep.
Yes. Now the beautiful part is watching them develop into their own is priceless. You can't put a price on it at all.
Yeah.
It's like watching your children. I have 2 children, by the way. Watching them grow until they becoming their own better version of themselves as people. So that's what that's like. That's the gratifying thing.
Right? Yeah. So my third question for you is probably similar to the question I asked in Mind Over Matter. So, how was your basketball career like? Okay. As you were a player? Yep.
As a player, it was a definitely learning experience. Something that I definitely relish for the rest of my life, because it definitely taught me and helped me become the man I am today. Like I said, the game of basketball teaches you discipline, teaches you being punctual. Actually teach you about yourself. You learn about yourself as you go through this journey.
Even like with communication and everything,
yes.
Right? Yeah. Uh-huh.
Communication, like I said, things being coachable, being dependable, learning how to be a student athlete and perfecting your craft. But as for my journey, it was tough, but it was great at the same time. There's a beauty behind going through the struggle of showing, especially growing up in Harlem in New York City. Going to get some of the best people in New York City.
Right.
And at that time, you had a lot of good players who was All-Americans, All-City.
McDonald's All-Americans, yeah.
Yeah, like I had to go up against people like 5 blocks away. I lived next to Julius Hodge, who was a former All-American, played in the NBA for a year. You know what I'm saying? Luis Flores, shout out to him, a good friend of mine who got drafted, played a couple seasons in the NBA out of Manhattan College. These are the type of people you have to go against. And if you was about that, and if you love the sport and you saw competition, it brought out the best.
The best you. Yeah.
It should bring out.
And I mean, I say this too, man. You got to play competition.
Yes.
You got to play competition.
Yes. And the learning experience of it, like going through different coaches, go through different situations. Know what it's like having this ups and downs.
Ups and
So my
downs, like
struggle,
bumps, yeah, man.
yes,
Right, right,
yes.
yeah,
And but
yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. So usually, what I like to ask my guests is on here, right? Is if you could predict your future in 10 years, where you see yourself? So I want to ask for you: did you predict your future? Like you'd be right here with your own program, with teaching the young, like the youth,
um,
or like you saw something maybe like saw yourself maybe still coaching D1, D2, D3.
as I said before,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you don't choose your destiny. Your destiny chooses it for you.
Right,
Like I learned that through coaching.
right.
I found that I was training kids since I was a kid. Kids in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, living in the programs. I used to get a group of kids now who's in their late 20s, early 30s, or like late 20s. I used to have them when they was like 8, 9, 10 years old in my hallway or in their hallway. Have a long hallway. I'll teach them how to dribble, the fundamentals of the game.
Fundamentals.
As I'm learning. So like I said, as you're teaching, you're also learning about yourself as well.
That's a fact. You know, and you're progressing as a mentor too.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good feeling being a mentor too. I'll tell you
Yeah.
that.
So that yeah, learning, so learning about that. So I I never thought I'd be. I thought I have. Looking back now, yes, it's like a yes and no type thing. But because
Right.
I was doing that, like I said, before.
You know, that was a good statement right there. You don't choose the destiny; the destiny chooses you.
Choose you.
Yeah.
Like for example, I never wanted to coach. Cause I think the reason was probably because I didn't know if I was able to deal with that. So deal with. I ain't gonna lie, dealing with the kids today. I thought it would be difficult, but it was a challenge, and not too many people meant to do that. And like I said, what made me conclude that to decide to coach, two reasons.
Stop.
First reason was while I was training, trying to continue playing basketball and do a professional career. People would watch me train and actually train with me, or they'll ask me to train their kid.
Right.
And I'm like, nah, no, thank you. Or I would actually bring them along and teach them as I'm training. And then when they say you should coach, I don't want to coach. I don't want to coach. So I would spin off that topic. I would Euro step off it. You see, I'm doing metaphors, right? I would do these things, and then the more I didn't want to do it, the more I was actually doing it. So that's why I was saying I didn't choose this.
It chose me. Yeah.
And the second reason was this is, I'll never forget this day. This is rest in peace to Coach Eric Fogel. He had played a big impact in my life when I was in high school. Helped me get exposure when I was in high school. So,
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to you, Eric Fogel. Love you, miss you. But we had I've known him since 2002. He was my assistant coach at Hope Source Community College. We had a falling out for a decade. We didn't speak till 2015. Reconciled our differences and spoke. I called, I never get this. Called him 2017. It was October 27th, Friday night. This is just something telling me, just reach out to him. So I reached out to him,
Right.
and we spoke. And as he's talking, he sounded different. His message sounded different. Like even though he was talking, and he would say things like, "Hey, Scotty, it's good to hear from you," and "Oh my God, I wish you would have stayed the course." And this, that, and the third.
Yo, Bobby, woke up, man.
So Bobby would have been a good. He's reminiscent.
Right.
And when I listened to it, it sounded deeper than what it actually was. So then he was like, I told him, listen, coach, at this time I'm like 34. I'm probably got a couple more years in me to do professional. As I was finishing my sentence, I said, you know what, Scott, you forget that. Start coaching. He said, because he said, you love the game, you are a gym rat. But most importantly, you have something that you can give to these kids.
Stop.
You have a story to tell.
Correct.
That can help change their lives.
I mean, that's why you're on here, you know what I'm saying? Perfect.
And help change their lives. And that message will be clear. So you have all the elements of being a great coach. All the elements of professional. He said, come to this showcase this weekend, Saturday, Sunday. He's like, he said, I'm gonna plug you to the right people. He said, after that, I'm done. So I'm just too tired. And he said that, it hit me. I'm like, what's going on? Like, why does he sound like this?
It's like he didn't sound like himself,
He
right?
didn't sound like himself. And I said, I'll be there. He gave me the address. I wish I would have went. I never went. I forgot what I think I was playing a semi-pro game last Saturday and Sunday. I linked up with a friend. So I went back to work that Monday. Something told me to check my Instagram. So I had a little break. I checked my Instagram Monday, October 30th, 2017. He passed away. And that was, I feel like, and now when I have to revisit our conversation.
Yeah, man. I would say that kind of like reevaluate you.
Yeah, that was also his message saying goodbye, and this is your call.
Man, that was like a goodbye message. Yeah, I can see that. That's like an archetype.
So, yeah. And that's why I said I didn't choose this, he chose me. Sometimes you'll know because people, you'll get messages, and you'll have messages anywhere, but something's telling you something. I'm a firm believer of that. Something's trying to.
Yeah, it's almost like true, like God's putting a message in your head. Yeah.
Yes.
How I think of it.
So now this is where I'm at, coaching and just reaching out to these kids, not just through basketball, but how to use it in life.
How to use it in life.
Very important.
Yeah, like making again metaphors in life, right?
Yeah. Like I said, you and I got here because of the sport.
For the sport.
Met you when you was I met you when
I was a camper at MBPA.
Yeah. At the MBPA.
Yeah. Great camp.
Yeah.
Highly suggest you get your kid. Definitely. Yo, Scott, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Well, I got.
What's up, Jay? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, man. How's your day?
I've been chilling.
Hey, man. Hoping to share your business about Nick Storms.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, of course. So this is just Lane, ball player here at Seminary University.
Yes, sir.
Also a sports management entertainment industry.
Yes,
Well, wanna be in the industry.
Yeah.
But as of right now, majoring in that.
Yes, sir.
And you're a sophomore.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So let's get started. So my first question for you is, what do you do for a living?
What I do for a living? Well, I'm a full-time college student, full-time student athlete. I ball. I do my work. And then basically, that's what it is.
It's college life.
Yeah,
Right.
just college. Yeah, it's just simple college life.
Simple college life. Yeah, man. Yeah. So basketball questions. I'm a basketball business. I like to ask these questions. What inspired you to play basketball?
I would say my family, because like my family was always big on basketball. So like I just grew up around the sport. So like it just made me who I am. I just grew up around it. So as a young kid, I always watched basketball, wanted to play basketball, and then now I'm here, college athlete.
Yeah, college athlete. Yeah. Any item like any NBA players you look up to particularly?
Kevin Durant.
KD.
Got to.
Easy money sniper.
Got to.
Thanks. All right, man. So this was your first center season?
Yeah, it's my first year.
Yeah. So tell me about it. How do you feel the season went for you?
I feel like the season went. I feel like the season went good. Like we had a solid season. Made the playoffs. Lost to a heartbreaker. Like.
Bang, that's how you come back stronger next season.
We're definitely gonna be back for sure. So, like, the season was definitely smooth. Went good. Definitely improved. And then we'll be back next year harder. Trust.
Okay, man.
Trust.
Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers. Hey, man. So yeah, congrats.
Hey.
Congrats on a successful season. You know, making it to the playoffs is hard.
Nah,
so
man,
I mean, at least being there, that's something.
Nah, most def.
So yeah. So my other question for you is, since you said you look up to KD, right?
Yeah.
Everything. Is he the only player you look up to or not? So
Yeah, only KD.
just KD?
Yeah.
All right. I know I like to ask these questions. I like to ask these questions to a lot of athletes too. So obviously you got to be healthy.
Nah,
you got to be
definitely.
fit, strong,
Yeah.
everything. So I was gonna ask, do you have like a specific diet that you eat?
To be honest, not really. Like, I'll be eating sometimes I eat healthy, but like other than that, I really don't have like a set diet that I go to. I'll just go in the caf, eat something, or if I'm home, I'll just make something like healthy. I'll grab a breakfast bar or something, but I still eat junk food though. So, like, ain't really nothing for real crazy.
You know what they say though? Nothing wrong with having a little fast food.
Yeah, that's something. I be having cheat days, so like it's not like I'm straight on a diet. I definitely eat junk food a lot.
But I mean, I see NBA players and NFL players eating that at like pregame snacks, everything.
They do the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's like,
bro, high school every time I used to eat before games I used to eat what's that called? Crustables.
Yeah, Crustables.
Yeah, Crustables every 4 game. I'm like, let me just snack on, cause I don't want to have nothing too heavy.
Nah, yeah.
Cause if I have something heavy, bro, I ain't trying to puke on the court.
That's gonna be a bad game.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bad game, yeah, man. So I like to ask this question to everybody.
Yeah.
And I want to know. So if you could predict your future in 10 years, where do you see yourself?
In 10 years, I'm 19 right now, so I'll be 29. I can see myself still like not really being into basketball as much, but I can see myself coaching, doing like travel AU, being a head coach, like something around the basketball industry, because I just love basketball, so it's like I'm just gonna stick with it. So I feel like that's where I could
Yeah, honestly, there's definitely a way to still stick with it, bro. Cause like, I mean, there's other players here that are not on the team, but still are passionate about it. Like they just work out. I mean, I'm one of them too, actually. Like, I mean, we got an intramural coming up, basketball tournament coming up. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing in it.
That's tough.
And then, yeah, this one motivated me, bro. My content, cause like I know making a content, but like that's how you progress too. Like you get your name out there, put your voice out there, and yeah, man, I think that's what made me take the route. But what I was saying is like, what was I saying? Yeah, you can still stay connected to basketball.
Yeah.
Everybody can. Like honestly, after college, I'll go to Lights On. Have you ever heard of Lights On?
Yeah.
They my man over there put me on to like this league they got over there. They got like Ultimate Hoops League. He's like, yo, Nick, you should definitely look into this and that. I'm like, but
yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff you can do after college basketball. Definitely a lot.
Coaching.
Yeah, coach.
Have your own pocket, like, or even sports marketing.
Yeah, you can even.
That's what I want to do. Sports marketing, yeah. Sports marketing, coaching, assistant coach. Bro, you could even honestly. What's this? What's that? Something came out recently. Not even just coaching, but you could help. Dang, what's that called again? The coordinator.
Yeah. Nah, it definitely is a lot of stuff you can get into.
Stuff a lot. Hey man, hey, thanks so much for being on, man.
Okay, what's up, man?
What's up, bro?
How you doing today?
Good, and you?
Great, man. How's your day going?
It's going good. How's yours?
Hey, man, taking it day by day, you know. Again, striving for greatness. That's all I want to be in life. I just want to be great.
Yeah.
And live a persistent life.
Yeah, I get it.
So this is Kevin Vasquez, good friend of mine here at Seminary. Currently a soccer player and a junior, majoring in exercise science.
Yeah.
Right? And yeah, man, welcome to sharing your business with Nick Storms.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
My pleasure. So my first question for you was, what do you do for a living?
Well, I do a lot. So, you know, obviously I'm here at Seminary, and I'm a soccer player here. And then I also...
Great words, a lot.
Yeah. Thank you. And then I also try to constantly create, you know, and then, you know, I work. So I got 4 things going on, and, you know, working as a physical therapist aide, work at Abercrombie, and I work here for school. So, you know, a lot.
A lot, man. Yeah. Man, that's good. So, like, at least you have side hustles, you got sport, like, you know. Honestly, I want to ask this question. How do you manage your time doing that?
So I usually manage my time through like a calendar. So before I would kind of like just go with the flow. But, you know, when you go with the flow, you can only go with the flow so long, you know. So it started off with my classes. So obviously class has to be like a priority. Right. So I put my classes down, and then everything else I try to find time for. So once I send my classes to my coach, he usually, you know, puts times for like everybody. Like he gets everyone's class schedules, and then he makes times for us. So after that, I put my practice times in. And then once I have those 2 things, I find where I can have work. So, you know, I put work in, and then I try to find the times in between where I can work out or, you know, do other stuff that I want.
Right, yeah. Yeah, man,
yeah, so far it's been going good. So I'm imagining it.
Imagine. So how's the soccer season for you?
Well, right now we aren't in season, but the fall season went, you know, better than the last couple years. Well, for my time here, it was the last 2 years, and I would say it went very good. We went, well, from the games that I played, we went 5-9-5 or 5-9-4, and from the other 2 seasons we had like 1 win, maybe 2 wins, and it was really hard to kind of go from the first 2 seasons. But after, I learned a lot, and I actually took soccer more seriously, to where, I knew that I wasn't like the best, and, to be the best, you need to like practice, you need to like focus, you need commitment, you need a lot of things. So this season went great. More wins, we made playoffs, and there's a lot of things that went into it, like, teamwork, individual wise, because you don't need to only work on, the team. You need to focus on yourself too. So it's all about quality as well.
Yeah, man. So my other question for you is, so I'm actually in a newspaper, and I read some old articles based on you had, I think, someone interview you based on your experience being a goalie.
Yeah. It was Dom Salat, yeah.
Dom Salat, yeah. Shout out to you. Honestly, I want to ask this, and I feel like this is good for the viewers right here. What's the toughest part about being a goalie, and what are the challenges do you face, and how do you overcome it?
So the toughest part about being a goalkeeper is that if you make a mistake, it's a goal. Let's say I get the ball and the striker takes it off me, he has a free net. And when it's about like soccer, it's all about the score. And like, let's say it's 0-0, somebody takes the ball off me and they score, like, the scenario that I mentioned earlier. They win 1-0. And that's really hard for a lot of people, because some people, it's like when they have a mistake, they're quick to like be negative. But as a goalie, you just have to keep going, because if you don't keep going, you can make other mistakes that either, make the game less close, or, you change your mentality and you're like, oh, okay, let me like, that was my mistake.
Right.
Let me make up for it. Let me make 10 more saves, and then, give my team a chance to make it 1-1, or, we get another chance and we make it 2-1. And what was the second part to that question?
Yeah, how do you overcome the challenges of being a goalie? Because without, like, what's up, Mark? Good, man? One of the toughest parts I would say about, honestly, overcoming, like
challenges,
right? Yeah, like, how do you? I was taught like negative attitude leads to negative results.
Yeah, that's basically what it is, and I would like to say like
a lot of coaches.
Yeah, and it's also about mentality too, because if you're being negative, you get negative results, because you're creating a negative environment, and this is where mentality comes in, to where I was saying how you have to tell yourself, oh, I made a mistake, how can I make up for it? And a lot of people don't really have that mindset. They're just quick to say, bring themselves down. And when you bring yourself down, you're bringing the team down. So that's something I really had to learn as well, as a, not only as an individual, but as a team player. I had to learn like how to make a positive environment for everyone else, because like, let's say I do make a mistake, and I am like in my own head about it. I have to stay positive for the team, because I have to make them believe that we still have a chance to get back in the game.
Right, you have to.
And then like I self-criticize myself after the game, but like nothing too negative, to where the next game I'm like, or the next practices I'm giving myself stuff for it.
And then you gotta start like self-reflecting too, like saying like every day is a new day. Every game you play, it's a new game.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can't let those negative affect your negative results affect like the next game.
Yeah.
If I would say, like, if I'm saying that right, yeah. But yeah, man. So what I like to ask my guests on here is if you could predict your future in 10 years, where do you see yourself?
I don't know. It's a very hard question, because I can see myself through 3 careers, right? I can see myself like becoming a physical therapist. Like after school, I wanted to get my doctorates, or my complete my master's in something, to become a physical therapist.
Right.
And then also try to give soccer a shot, because I believe I do have the quality. It's just a matter of, can I make it to the next level? And I do want to do both, to where I can be a physical therapist and be a professional
player. Yeah.
And
I can tell you this, bro. I mean, a professional always doesn't work out. It's overseas.
Yeah. exactly.
Overseas or like there's like rec teams that you can play soccer in. It's like
Mhm.
pretty much every sport. I would say, yeah.
And then the last thing,
Depending on the favorite sports
Yeah.
or like the most played sports, but yeah.
yeah, no, I agree. And the last thing was like being a content creator, because like I've always like when I was young, I just watched like so many like videos, and like it's so funny to me.
What look what we doing right
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Like, because I know I have the personality for it, and I just I believe I can just share it with people online, and I feel like they would. Yeah, I hope they like me, but it's whatever. But it's like three things I see, but I'm trying to focus on more of like soccer and physical therapy.
Yeah, but let me tell you something, Kev. You really got visions of being a content creator.
Yeah.
Just watch out for the. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this. Just watch out for the haters.
Yeah, I know, and I feel like,
bro, there's gonna be. I mean, like I said, like okay, in life there's gonna be haters. I get that.
Yeah.
But sometimes people let the hate get to them. That's one thing you can't do. You almost have to look at the hate as the blessing in disguise, because when people hate, they obviously want to be like you.
Yeah,
that's how I see it. Like it's like look at like Mikey Williams, for example. He's in high school right now. He's going to college right now, playing D1. Look at the crowd that's heckling him. Bronny James, like even soccer players like Cristiano Ronaldo, he gets heckled.
Yeah.
Messi gets heckled. Like I know, so it's tough.
Yeah,
I get it, but you just can't let that. You can't let like that feeling fester in you, and then you're just like not being yourself at all. So that's what.
Yeah, like I heard this quote where I don't remember where I got it from, but it was like people hate because they can't do it better than you. And
yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth.
And it's like
because of all the reason you got to hate.
Yeah, and it's also like you can't really like let it get to you, because that's like how we mentioned earlier about like a negative environment. You let that affect you, then you become negative. So you just have to really like tune it out, and that's what I usually do, and it goes with soccer as well. Like you hear everybody chirping, but you can't let it get to your head, and you have to like
you just can't.
Yeah, you have to be there for yourself, and tell yourself that forget them, and let me lock in and
play your game.
Yeah,
play your game. Because all they're gonna do, they're bored. That's what they want to do, man. They do it for attention. They do it for publicity. They do it for everything.
Yeah,
it's sad. Like who actually that's sad. Because that's even the half of it to NBA players. Like every single time a courtside fan, like LeBron, for example, they try to like tap him. They try to like clown him for like his past his stunts, like him crying when losing the NBA finals, or like him just getting clowned overall because he's one of the best players. I would say, I won't say the go to the NBA right now, but one of the great players. Go to the NBA. That's a heavy title right there. That's still MJ. So, hey man, thanks for being on today.
Thank you for having me.
Hi Nick.
How you doing today?
Great, you?
Great. How's your weekend?
Pretty good. You got some questions for me today, right?
Of course. Welcome to Sherry Wizards by Nick Storm. So this is Gabby Fillion. She's a junior here at Center University. Currently majoring in education, and she's looking forward to what career do you want to pursue? Actually?
Teaching.
Teaching. You just want to get into the teaching industry.
And being dual certified in special education.
Oh, okay. That's what I was figuring. You're an education major, so teaching. Okay. So my first question for you is, what do you do for a living?
At the moment, I'm earning my bachelor's in teaching, and part-time work. I'm a first-year leader, and I help freshmen on campus acclimate to their classes, their majors, dorming, commuting. If they need help, I revise. Overall, just help them bridge that gap in the classroom if they feel like possibly intimidated. Oh, and go to campus events.
Nice. Yeah, first-year leader. That's a great.
It's a fun job. We do open houses and we do a lot of tours.
Yeah, I heard of it actually. I heard of it. It's a great job. So overall, how is your college experience going?
I love it. Excuse me.
Nah, it's okay. Take it down.
I like Centenary because it offers me a lot of opportunity.
Right.
Like I pursued school. Like I did early admissions. Like my senior year of high school, I was like, I want to get into a really nice school, and I thought Centenary was the one for me. I like the teaching program. I had a really nice score and introduction to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no regrets.
No regrets at all. So You're a resident here on campus,
Yes.
I believe. Okay, so this is actually something I never asked one of my guests on here, which I feel like I should ask. What does a typical day look like for you as a resident here on campus?
For me?
Yeah.
Okay. If it's a weekday, I wake up nice and early. I have
Right.
a babysitting gig in the morning, 5 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Get a toddler ready for daycare, drop her off, and then I have work as a first year leader at 10, and then spend time in that class, do my job.
Gotta get the money.
Yeah, I gotta help my students.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have my class at 12, which is about children's literacy, or how to teach literacy and help teach reading, writing, and spelling.
Science, all that kind of stuff.
All that, yeah, the fundamentals
of science, yeah.
and reading.
Right, of all the objects, all the subjects we learn when we were in school.
We really
Totally.
focus on like phonics, phonemic awareness, comprehension, fluency, and prosody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're the pillars.
Yeah.
I could geek. I actually really love my major. My courses are fun. My professors, they really try hard. Especially in these political times.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Totally.
Oh, I almost slipped up some more. Hold on.
Nah, you're good. No. Totally. Take your time.
So typical day after that. This is my Monday. After that, I do my weekly report after my field class. And after my 12 o'clock class, I get out at 2. I'm going to be packing my things and I'm going to go get ready for picking up the little girl from daycare and watch her as I also do my own homework. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
It was really fun.
Totally. So I like to ask my guesses these questions. I
love when they have the gym open,
what's
like
that?
playing volleyball.
Oh, volleyball.
Yeah, I'll just play against the wall. I literally don't care. I just love playing.
I was gonna really say, shout out Troy Shumter. He has a volleyball club.
Yeah, he invited me and my friend Pam onto the court.
Yeah, he was playing the other day. Yep, totally. Yeah, I left a little early because I played for a little bit, but I was getting hungry, so I need to get food.
Nice.
But it was fun. So here's a question I like to ask my guests, and that's if you could predict your future in 10 years, where do you see yourself?
10 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally, like career-wise, house-wise, like.
Okay, so this is crazy. My plan after. You shouldn't say your plans. That's bad juju. Hold on.
I mean, listen. It's really just what you envision. That's it.
I see a lot.
I
see a lot. So the decision, teaching in the city versus teaching in an area like this, it's a hard decision for me to make, especially if I want tenure and maybe. They're doing away with pension at the moment. So, I don't know. But I really want to find a good school. The culture is nice. And, they appreciate what I have to offer. Of course, it's going to take time to build that bond and rapport with the school. But as long as I meet the standards, read that curriculum, and make sure my classes haven't, the point of school is to learn, but it's also, have fun.
Yeah, make friends, socialize, and I would say enjoy gym class. Gym class, Gym class is important. Gym class is definitely important because you gotta you gotta burn calories.
Yeah, sitting in the classroom sometimes I feel like
it's a little stressful.
Yeah, you need to be able to have.
Get up and active, get moving, and yeah.
Do little galleries of their projects.
In fact.
We'll do a little classroom artwork. Take a look, or maybe hide something.
Or maybe
hide an object and be like, all right, today's class is focused on this.
That's all about.
Who knows?
That's
just
that.
Find it. Maybe I'll leave out context clues. Who knows?
Me personally, I would say, look, gym class is my favorite, and that's obvious because obviously, not only because I love sports, but also because after sitting in a classroom all day and learning, you're doing work for your brain. You're working on your brain, and obviously education is important. But obviously, you need to be intellectual.
Yeah, but the body needs movement.
But the body also needs movement, right? So that's why the gym, sports, that's why they're here.
Balance. You can't give up the sedentary life.
Totally not.
The fundamentals. It's funny, I gotta be careful what I say.
It's okay. Go ahead, say it though. Just keep it clean.
Yeah. Of course. I meant just bring like wherever I work. Like I do want to bring programs.
Oh, well then, great vision right there. You know, you want to bring programs. You want to like start your own business, kind of.
No,
Well, not really
just
business,
add
but
to a
like
school.
at a school.
Add to a school.
Oh, okay. But have your own program at the same time.
Yeah, heck, just bring funding and host. Like that'd be so much fun.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, that's. Thank you for the interview.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, thank you for being out here. Yep. Javon, what's up, man?
How's it going, Nick?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How you doing today?
Good.
Yeah, how's your weekend?
Pretty calm. Just had a game yesterday. Got to practice the first time in a year on Friday. So making a comeback, feeling good.
You come back feeling good. It's all about the comeback season.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
what they call it. So this is Javon Uden, a good friend of mine here at seminary, criminal justice major, and a senior here too.
Yeah,
He's about to pack up. Yeah, he's about to pack up his bags and dip. So, hey man, how does it feel?
Bittersweet. Because as much as I love being here for 4 years, especially just being an RA for 3 of those years, connecting with everybody, everything comes to an end. So it's about that time for me.
Scoot in a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, definitely. It's like you're not gonna be in college forever, so you just gotta enjoy it while it lasts. That's what they say.
Best 4 years of your life, they say.
Yeah, man. So let's get started. So my first question. Oh yeah, also welcome to Sharing Business by Nick Storms. Yep. So first question is, what do you do for a living?
Right now, I guess the only jobs that I have are just being a first year leader and being a resident assistant on campus. After I graduate, I'll take anything I can get. After a year, I'm going to keep rehabbing my knee and hopefully apply to police academies and get a job there.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, you mentioned major in criminal justice, right? So tell me about it. Like, how's what are like the key details in like that specific major?
Honestly, lots of writing.
But
thankfully, that's something I am good at. I've always been good at reading and writing. So that's the biggest thing. Report writing is big in the job, and I guess just attention to detail. You know, making sure you have as few grammar mistakes, the proper APA formatting, and whatnot. So that's the biggest thing I would say. If you're gonna get into this major, get ready to write a lot.
Definitely, I can see it. Yeah. So I used to like to ask a question to seniors. What advice you got for any upcoming freshmen?
Get involved. I think getting involved is the biggest thing. Making sure your days are so packed to the point where everything is this to this to this. It's a little straining, it's a little stressful, but at the end of the day, it's going to make it all worth it. That's what you're here to do. You're here to grow, you're here to learn, and you're here to just get as much experience before you get into the real world. And
totally, man. Yeah, great advice. So, I'm sure you don't really have to talk about it, but let's see, man. How do you think because I know you said you're doing some knee surgery?
Yeah, I had ACL surgery back in June, just rehabbing it. Just got cleared this past Thursday.
So, how does it feel to come back from an injury? If you could.
No, it's actually crazy because I always thought about kind of what life would be like with an injury, just seeing other people. That was one of those things that's like, I never took it for granted before, now I'm definitely not going to. It's, a lot of it is mental, it's physical, it's rewarding but challenging because walking again for the first time was already a major milestone, even though it's something that we all do every day. Running again, jumping again. And I think the biggest thing with rehabbing an injury is just making sure that you're consistent, because I've had to take breaks and whatnot. It has set me back a little bit when I have to miss my PT appointments. We're just making sure that you stay consistent in rehabbing the knee, and then at the end, you'll know you'll be rewarded when you're getting back to it.
For sure, yeah. So I was going to ask, man, I know some athletes out there facing some injuries, and it's kind of hard to obviously persevere through that. So I want to know, what other advice would you give to any injured athletes and they're trying to come back?
Don't give up. There's plenty of times where I felt like quitting and whatnot just because of seeing everybody else go out and about and do everything. But just stay consistent and you'll be good, truly.
Totally, yeah. So my last question for you is I ask this to everybody on the show. So if you could predict your future in 10 years, where do you see yourself?
Dream goal. I'm 21 now. By the time I'm 31, I don't know if it'll happen, but dream goal. Any federal job within the government, FBI, DEA, CIA. Those are all like the big things that I have. But overall, I think just ideally within 10 years, I just want a stable life. You know what I mean? Whatever that involves, just having a home, having a relationship, family.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, we all say that I don't know if this can happen. I don't know if that can happen. But reality is, you never know.
Yeah, truly.
The future does the talking.
Twists and turns. I never tear my ACL, but there you go. And it just teaches you resilience. So you can never predict what's going to happen with you.
Exactly. You can never predict what's going to happen with your life. And like again, it reminds me of the time of like when I also I tried a lot of new sports in my life too, even though basketball was my main.
Oh yeah.
But I was heavy on baseball too.
Okay.
So we love baseball. But it also reminded me of a time when I never thought in my life I would touch a lacrosse stick. Never thought in my life I'd touch a lacrosse stick. Good experience, but
Exactly, you're just twists and turns. You never know
twists and
what's for you
turns.
or whatnot.
You never know what's for you and what's not. But
every door that presents itself is an opportunity to decide whether you want it or not.
that too, right? But I also see it as a blessing in disguise because at least like you're experiencing other things in life. Like it's fine if you want to stick to one thing in life, but the point of living life is also to have a wide variety of like trying new things.
Yeah, exactly. You're never gonna grow by doing the same things over and over again.
That's the thing too. So I think that was like a pretty good thing for me to experience that. I ain't gonna lie.
Everything is learning experience.
Totally, man. So you seem really passionate that you want to get into this FBI industry.
Oh yeah. Hopefully so.
Hey man. But also I was gonna say, make the impossible the possible.
Yeah.
Like that's what I like to say.
In the word I'm possible, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
So, never give up.
Like, bro, it's like, for example, like, think about it like this, right? Say there's an athlete here, right? Maybe not even a college athlete right now, right? But they have plans to play in like a rec league or something, or go semi-pro. Like, for example, out of college, actually, I'm going to be playing in an Ultimate Hoops basketball league. Really dope. And they post your stats and everything.
Okay.
Bro, a scout could literally look at that.
Yeah.
You could be somewhere you never thought you'd be, and that's like that's the one thing I like about the future.
That's what I mean. There's all these little ways that you can follow your dream. It doesn't have to be conventional. There's multiple ways to get to the same goal.
Multiple ways. Like, see, many people think like it's D1, bust, or pro, and then give up.
Exactly.
It's not.
But no, exactly. Just look at JUCO. There's so many people that go JUCO, D2, D3.
Yeah.
You hear about all these athletes. I think Duncan Robinson started out as like a D3 or D2, and then he had that insane run in the bubble in 2020. John Morant. He was what, D2, D3? I think
he was D3.
Yeah.
And then he went to D1, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah, man, but even there too, if you're not even playing a college sport, you never know. Like, you could shine somewhere else and then overseas, that's all I'm saying. Yeah. Anything's possible.
Yeah, man.
Anything is possible.
Like Kevin Garnett said, anything's possible.
You got if your heart is made for it, and you know you're made for it, come on, man.
Yeah. You're
achieving success.
I think there's a phrase, it's you have this dream because God gave it to you.
Right.
Something along those lines, exactly. And only you're going to see that. I don't have the same dream as you because it's not meant for me. It's meant for you. So whatever you want to do, you follow it.
You follow it, and then the same bag as you, man. Yeah. So it's like everybody has their own like career paths that they want to pursue.
Yes. Exactly.
Everyone has their own ideal paths, and that's a good thing. Because you don't want to look like a copycat.
If we're all the same, then there's no point in life. We're all just going to be robots, you know what I mean?
Robots, that's it, man.
Everybody's got to do their own thing.
Got to do your own thing. Stay in your lane, block out distractions, and achieve greatness. That's my daily message, So
pretty good one to have.
Yeah, man. And also, you also forgot to mention this. You also work in the weight room, right?
Yes, I do study in the weight room.
I was gonna ask bonus question is this. How was the experience working at the weight room?
So I think just working in the athletics department in general was great. The weight room in and of itself is okay. You're just kind of maintaining everything, making sure everyone's safe. But being able to work the sports games, like the basketball games, softball games, even lacrosse games. Before I played lacrosse, I worked the games. That was just an experience, exposing myself to all those different sports and whatnot, falling in love with it. Softball and baseball. I never watched back in high school, but now it's like I understand it, I get it, and I enjoy it. So I think just working within the athletics department was very fun, especially just because I got big into sports while I was here.
Definitely, man. Yeah. Hey, bro, thank you, man. Appreciate it.